Hello, YouTube world. Welcome to Mr. Natural's Music School here in San Francisco, California, in the Haight-Ashbury district. Welcome to my school. So the first thing I'd like to say is I have been teaching music, oh Jesus, here in San Francisco for almost 50 years now. And long before there was an internet, there used to be a thing called the ARPANET. And I used to be on the ARPANET back in those days, running around, doing email, talking to people in various colleges, et cetera, et cetera. And even before that, before the 1970s, had come up with these methods that we're using here to teach rhythm. And we have been teaching people to read music by interval. Now, everybody out there has gotten on the interval bandwagon. You'll see in the last 10 years, almost every music person that's teaching music has transferred from just talking about the ABCs all the time to talking about numbers or what's called interval patterns. We've been doing that longer than anyone. And the one thing that we do that no one else does, that I cannot find anywhere on the internet, is we teach people how to actually read music on the staff, and we teach people how to write music. So one of the things we've been doing with this particular series is teaching you how to write rhythms. And we've been using a thing we call codewords. And we have three staple codewords that we've been using. One called drum, which is just simply a stem. That's drum. And if we put a note head on it like that, or a note head on it like that, or we decide to make it fat, right? It's still a note. And what makes the quarter note or drum a drum is the stem. If you're notating, by notating the stems, you can go back and put in the little dot parts later. When we get to the staff, what we're going to learn is that one of the lines or spaces on the staff will be the number one, or do, and then we'll figure out every line and space from there on will be a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. And later we will show you how to see visually these patterns and respond to them with your right brain as quickly as possible, so there's not a lot of thinking involved. And with the method that we're using, you don't have to worry about sharps and flats in the key signature. All they do is tell you where one is, and instead of carrying them around in your head all the time and modifying your ABCs with how many sharps or flats there are, in the key signature, it's very hard to hold that in your head, especially if there's 7 sharps or 6 flats. Very difficult. But with the method that we use, or we teach in terms of reading on the staff, all keys are equal. It's no harder to learn to read in the key of C or the key of G or even in the key of B where you have 5 sharps. Doesn't matter. Okay? So to get back to this, when you're writing out rhythms, the most important thing about the rhythm is to notate the stem, unless it's a whole note. If it's a 4-beat note and occupies the entire measure, it's just a circle. It's just a pie. And we've explained in the past how these fractions that they're teaching, these quarter note, 8 notes, 16th notes, etc., actually just come from taking a circle and dividing it in half, and then in half again, and in half again. And you're getting this relationship of 2 to 1, which show us all of these rhythm values as fractions. 1 over 4, 3 over 4, 4 over 4, etc. are 4 over 4, whole number, whole measure, 4 beats. So what we did is we started with this one, which is drum. Then we learned Tarzan. Again, 1 bar across the top, and that's Tarzan. And then the third staple code word we learned is alligator. And again, you put 2 bars across it like that. And these are called 16th notes. So drum, Tarzan, alligator. Those are our staples. If you cannot hear these and write them down, go way back to lesson 1 and work from lesson 1 on forward up here to lesson 12 again to catch up with us, okay? Now tonight we're going to focus on the compound, where we go tar-gator, tar-gator. It's the first half of Tarzan and the last half of alligator. tar, gator. And the other rhythm that we're going to focus in tonight is the exact opposite, which we call alazan. So Tarzan, the last part of Tarzan, and alligator, alazan. Tar, gator, alazan. And these are the rhythms we're going to be focusing on tonight. I have 20 rhythms here I'd like to get through in the next half hour, so let's just dig in. What you're going to need is a pencil, paper, and a hardback, like a book or something you can put the paper on. So when you write, the idea is to hear, right, is to hear the rhythm as you're writing it out. So if you're really listening, you can actually hear the pen as you're laying down the stems. You can actually hear the pen and then write out, and then go put the note heads in later, okay? So we're going to start with tar, gator, and alazan. And the first thing I'm going to start with is tar, gator, and I'm going to put it in with drum, Tarzan, and alligator, our staple. So you should be able to isolate it with your ear ball, okay? So let's hear what it just sounds like by itself. Drum, drum, Tarzan, Tarzan, alligator, Tarzan, tar, gator, tar, gator, tar, gator, tar, gator, alligator, tar, gator, Tarzan, drum. Tar, gator, Tarzan, Tarzan, tar, gator, alligator, drum. Alligator, alligator, tar, gator, alligator, tar, gator, drum. Now I'm going to slowly make my voice softer and see if you can still hear those code words in your head, okay? Drum, Tarzan, alligator, Tarzan, tar, gator, alligator, drum. Okay, so hopefully you could hear that in your head every time I hit a tar, gator, tar, gator, tar, gator. Now I'm going to do the same thing with alazan, okay? So we'll go alazan, Tarzan, alazan, Tarzan, alazan, alazan, alligator, drum. Alazan, Tarzan, 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 alazan, Tarzan, alazan, drum. Alazan, alazan, Tarzan, Tarzan. Okay, we hope we could hear that in your head, and now what we're going to do is we're going to lay out 20 rhythms for you here. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to give you 4 code words. 4 code words which equal 1 measure. And the first rhythm is once more. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Drum, tar, gator, Tarzan, drum. Drum, tar, gator, Tarzan, drum. Listen. Okay, that's the first one. Second one. Once more. Tar, gator, alligator, drum. Tar, gator, alligator, drum. Tar, gator, alligator, drum. Number 3. Again. Once more. Tarzan, Tarzan, tar, gator, drum. Tarzan, Tarzan, tar, gator, drum. Tarzan, Tarzan, tar, gator, drum. Next one. Tricky. Whenever you end with a Tarzan and or an alligator or something, it's harder to hear. Listen again. Again. Tarzan, drum. Tar, gator, Tarzan. Tarzan, drum. Tar, gator, Tarzan. Whenever there's a Tarzan or something more complicated than a drum at the end, I try not to put those in until you're getting used to it. I like to put drum on the end to make it independent, solid sounding rhythm, and it's easier for your ear to hear the end. Okay, number 5. And one more time. So I heard tar, gator, alligator, tar, gator, drum. Number 6. Sometimes people knock that on my door. I'll hear that. I go, yeah? One more time. Tar, gator, Tarzan, tar, gator, drum. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Okay. Number 7. Alligator, Tarzan, tar, gator, drum. Alligator, Tarzan, drum. Alligator. Rhythm number 8. Okay. So I heard bum, 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 bum. Right? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum. Alligator, tar, gator, alligator, drum. All right? Okay, here comes the 9th rhythm. Tar, gator, tar, gator, tar, gator, drum. Okay, now that was tar, gator, tar, gator. Now what I'm going to do is start adding alazan, 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 drum. Alazan, alligator, alazan, drum. Now what comes up sometimes is you'll have a tar gator followed by an alazan, and that would sound like this. Tar gator, alazan. Tar gator, alazan. Okay? So listen carefully. Here we go. Number 10. Again. Alazan, alazan, Tarzan, drum. Alazan, alazan, Tarzan, drum. Alazan, alazan, Tarzan, drum. Number 11. So those of you who can read lips, you got it down, right? Tarzan, alazan, Tarzan, drum. Tarzan, alazan, Tarzan, drum. Tarzan, alazan, Tarzan, drum. Number 12. Once more. Alazan, alligator, alazan, drum. Alazan, alligator, alazan, drum. Alazan, alligator, alazan, drum. Okay, lucky 13. Again. Again. The point. Alazan, Tarzan, Tarzan, drum. Alazan, Tarzan, Tarzan, drum. Alazan, Tarzan, Tarzan, drum. 14. Tar, gator, alazan, alligator, Tarzan. Tar, gator, alazan, alligator, Tarzan. Tar, gator, alazan, alligator, Tarzan. When they come in this, you get used to hearing it. It's pretty simple, but at first it's a little confusing. It sounds like the first half of a tar, then a whole alligator, and the last half of bazan, okay? But it's tar, gator, alazan. Okay, let's look at number 15. Again. Once more. Tarzan, tar, gator, Alazan, Tarzan. Okay, number 16. Once more. Alazan, Alazan, tar, gator, Tarzan. Alazan, Alazan, tar, gator, tar. Alazan, Alazan, gator, Tarzan. $17. Again. Once more. Drum, alligator, Alazan, Tarzan. Drum, alligator, Alazan, Tarzan. Drum, alligator, Alazan, Tarzan. Number 18. Alligator, Alazan, Alazan, drum. Alligator, Alazan, Alazan, drum. Alligator, Alazan, Alazan, drum. $19. Again. Alazan, Tarzan, tar, gator, drum. 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 And the last rhythm. Once more. Tar, gator, Alazan, Tarzan, Tarzan. Tar, gator, Alazan, Tarzan, Tarzan. Tar, gator, Alazan, Tarzan, Tarzan. So that's it for using Alazan and tar, gator. You should be able to hear that pretty well by now, okay? Now next week, what we're going to do a lot of drilling on is I'm not going to use the Alazan and tar, gator. I'm still going to use drum, Tarzan, and alligator, and I'm going to mix it up now with this figure. We found that if we take our Tarzan, or actually an alligator, and we hold the first 3 beats and then put in the last syllable, alligator, 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 it's the same as hum-dee, 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 dum-dee, hum-dee, dum-dee. If we reverse this, and in an alligator, we take the first syllable and say alligator. So there's that. Alligator, 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 and this word is butter, 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 butter. So if I did something like alligator butter, butter drum, alligator butter, butter drum. Wow. Humpty, Dumpty, Humpty, Dumpty, Humpty, Dumpty, Humpty, Dumpty, Humpty, Dumpty, butter, drum, Humpty, Dumpty, butter, drum. So these are the words we're going to focus on next week, okay? And again, I'll start the lecture with showing you how we arrived at those. We've done this with what we call suspension, or by holding some of the syllables of the alligator. So if we say alligator, alligator, we're filling out that whole 1 beat with 4 little sounds. But if I say alla, 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 only say the first 2 syllables and hold the other 2 syllables at the end, tying them in to the la, alligator, alligator. I'm still thinking alligator, alligator, but what comes out is butter, 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 right? So next week, Humpty and butter, okay? So looking forward to some more ear training. Now, just briefly, 2 things. 1, we've been doing this is the 12th one, which means like in the good blues, this is 3 sets of 4, or
frozen.
3 sets of 4. Hope this is, anyway, I'm gonna call it an end tonight. Something seems to be happening with our technology, so I'm gonna say good night and farewell, and we'll see you next week, okay? Bye-bye, everybody.